We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse.
How you guys doing?
Hi everybody. We're just kind of here.
These aren't on.
Yeah, these don't work. We're just hanging around. They can edit this out later.
Edit this out between the time we started and the time we finished. Glad we can't use any of this.
Oh yeah, you can't use any of this stuff. We'll use it in the outtakes, the filler. But
This whole thing would be like an extra.
right.
I think your phone connected.
Huh?
I think you connected.
Oh.
But I'm getting charged. See,
Yeah.
my family.
Yeah. Let's just be thankful that.
Man, I'm like, that was their picture on the. Not that there's bad ones.
I was gonna say, be thankful they got that.
I think your family's up on the what?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I'm stalking.
Oh man, that was fun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, is this phone chargers in here? I think so. He's good. Go ahead and do it.
Don't
See what happens.
trust him.
I'm so sorry. Oh man, so yeah.
So you are who?
Yeah, I am Corey Rockbottom Davis.
I'm Ron Joseph, and we are waiting on Greg Bow.
Yeah, we are waiting for Greg Bull Watson. And to get this thing started, I guess, do we have a moderator?
Does anybody want to be a moderator?
Who wants to ask a series of questions? I guess you and me. This is the Ron and Rob show.
How long have you been freelancing?
I have been freelancing since the late 90s. I have been doing this for a very long time. Actually, I think it was 97 when I started. 97. I was still in college, actually. And that whole thing just kind of fell in my lap by accident, just going to conventions and such. And I ran into a gentleman at Dragon Con who had a studio called Next Evolution Studios, who had a comic called Evolution, and he asked if I would do the art on this comic. And I took a look at the script and I said, sure, because I ain't doing nothing else. So yeah, that's where it all began there. And he put me on another book called Lomax, which is one of the members from that particular team. He noticed that I drew that member a lot better than all the other members, so he was like, "We want to give him his own book and have you do it." And I was like, "All right, cool." And at that time, he couldn't write everything, so he was like, "We're looking for a writer." And so I was like, "I know a guy, my roommate, and his name is Chuck Brown. You know him now as the writer of Bitterroot." So Chuck was my roommate at the time. This was going to be our big break into comics. He was going to write it. I had started penciling. I was a penciler, and we were like, yeah, this is going to be our entry into the whole independent scene as far as comics go. And the studio that the company was based out of in Houston, Texas, burned down. So that comic never saw the light of day. So there are some cool covers floating around, and Chuck's script is somewhere out there. But that was my introduction into the realm of independent comics, and from there I've done a few things.
Do you guys want the door shut or closed once it starts? May open or closed?
Open is fine. We're just warming up.
Alright,
Shut is good, but closed, I don't know.
Yes,
Sounds so much better.
Yeah, like closed? You want to close? Closed or open? I don't have a preference.
Just want to check.
I don't care either.
Yeah.
I need to read the Nancy more shut or closed.
Yeah.
This episode, Jedi.
Yeah.
Part of my life.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess this hadn't started yet. So that was like a preliminary, I guess that was a warm-up.
We didn't start yet?
Yeah, he said once it starts, so I don't
Is that what he said?
Yeah, do you want this open or closed? starts. I'm
This is my very first panel.
You're doing fine.
we've done, I've done several, and usually there's, usually there's a moderator, questions. Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, my name is Erskine Ham, and I'm actually good friends with Corey. A little bit about me: I own a podcast that's on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, and audio on YouTube. So, with that, we talk about everything of geek culture, whether it's just anime, comics, manga, pro wrestling, video games, you name it, we nerd it out. So it's not really my first rodeo. So, any of you guys got questions for these gentlemen right here? Feel free to raise your hand. I'll pick you guys out.
Well, Corey, how'd you break into independent comics?
Well, I've been freelancing since the probably early mid-90s. I'm fairly old. I graduated in '89, so I started right out the bat. I didn't get anywhere in comics for a long time, and then I got a job working for a company on Long Island. They put an ad in the newspaper, and I answered that. It was supposed to be part-time evenings, like 3 to 6 at night, and then within the first week they said, no, we're going to do full-time. They had this full studio. They made a lot of bad decisions, and I'd say 2 months after I got my pro gig there, nobody had a job. We were all done out there and started square one again. I submitted work all over the place. I got almost nowhere. Started doing stuff outside of comics, like Snapple hatware designs and stuff like that. I used to work for Biker magazine. They used to have fan fiction. The guys would write stories in, and I would illustrate, like pick a spot from the story and then illustrate that. So that was kind of fun. Tattooing. I did everything but comics for the longest time because I just couldn't get anywhere with it. And then IDW gave me a gig just 2015, I think was my first one, like Sherlock Holmes book. And they've actually given me, the last 5 years I've pretty much just done all IDW stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah, hopefully help the ante and just keep it going.
Oh, yes.
You just gotta keep the momentum going.
Yeah, definitely. Just keep it.
And when it's slow, I don't know how often when 2 weeks go by and I haven't heard anything, I start to panic. Like, come on, I have a mortgage, I gotta do something.
Yeah,
I drove a truck for a long time, and I'm doing this going back to back.
Right.
In a draw at night.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man. I totally understand that. You're depending on a company to keep you working, and you don't get any information at all, or don't get emails, or don't get that phone call. That's sends you directly into panic mode because you're really looking forward to not just working, but especially if you're dependent on this to survive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be very, very scary.
And then you get these gut punches every now and again. I am 0 for 2 when it comes to San Diego Convention ROM announcements. By the way, I thought I was up for both, and I was like, didn't get either one of those.
Oh man.
Or when you get you'll get an email from an editor like, hey, we have this project that we're going to do. We got the rights to this book. We're going to do this. Can you want to do a sample page or two? And so you do that and you email it. And I scan it and email it, and then I check my inbox every hour. And nothing.
Right.
And then you hear about it on some random Twitter post that some fan made. Like, oh, did you hear that so-and-so's working on it? I'm like, well,
Yeah.
no, it didn't. But I thought it was going to be me, or I know it was going to be me. But you can do that for 6 months, and then you find out you didn't get it.
Exactly.
And in your head, you're already working on the book.
Right.
You just can't wait to jump in, and then this guy's got it. All right.
Yeah, that's soul crushing.
And you try not to hate them.
Right. I think that's where all the energy goes into is not hating them. Yeah, but I know that feeling.
And you have to praise the whole project, because anything other than full praise is, you're just bitter.
Yep.
Sour grapes.
Oh yeah, you're bitter, you're negative.
Oh man.
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, this is let the hate flow.
You gotta go, you let it turn into something else.
Yep. Man, but
Just draw it. Just every draw of her days.
Like a 10-year-old with a giant crayon. That's how you get your impression.
Like the kid from The Ring.
Big giant circle hanging all over the wall.
What is that? It's my rage.
David, buy it for 15 bucks.
You know, I just carpet burned my knuckle on the thing.
Oh man, you gotta protect those bucks. That's what the money is. Oh man.
Rickles missing out on good stuff here.
Oh man, yeah, he is. I don't know where he's at, man. He's just that kind of talk would be right up his alley. I don't know where he is, man. He's missing out.
He's at Chad Bauer's Batman the Animated Series panel in the audience. Like I'm supposed to be somewhere because.
I know I'm supposed to be about.
Oh man. Are you guys? Any of you guys like artists looking to get into the field at all, or?
Yeah.
We are here to crush your hopes and dreams.
Oh yeah.
No, we're so not. There's gonna be moments though.
Yeah, there's gonna be times where you're just gonna be like, I don't know if I should be doing this. Maybe I need to rethink my life and go back to school.
The highs and lows are ridiculous.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hit a lot of those, man. But just always remember to keep moving forward. Just keep pushing. Don't let the fact that the phone's not ringing be like the nail in the coffin for you.
Yeah.
You gotta go out there sometimes and make your own lane. And they're not always gonna come to you, but you gotta make your presence felt. So even if they're not coming to you now, they can't ignore you. And eventually they will. So it's just all about not giving up and just pressing forward. You know, it's real easy to take your ball and go home. But I mean, you can't do that with everything, especially with something you're passionate about. If you have a passion about it, you can take the ball and go home, but you ain't gonna stay there. You'll be right back in the game. So, yeah, I would say just don't let that discourage you. You gotta keep it. That would have been great for Rick over here too. But he ain't here. Yes.
Yeah, but then the highs are you're gonna get a random email from some guy when read a book you did and loved it, and just the littlest piece of praise can lift you up out of the rut. But man, and then one guy or somebody comments on one thing that on one page of one issue that you drew, and you obsess over that like he didn't like the way I did that hand.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, maybe I can't draw hands, and then you start drawing hands all over the place. I'm like, no, these look okay.
Yeah. It's a sketchbook full of hands. I've seen it. I've been there, man. A sketchbook full of hands just off of the strength of one negative review from something.
And then you wonder how like the pros that are scrutinized by everybody, and there's thousands of people. And, you can have a million people. You can have that percentage of them that don't. And man, do they ignore all that, or do they look? They're like, I'm Jim Lee. Up here is. I wonder if it affects them.
Yeah, I wonder that too, man. Especially when you're like when you've been regarded as one of the best to ever do they still have those moments like we do? Because we put them on this pedestal.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're, just coming into the game when they get, put on and everything, and then they get some negative criticism and stuff. They've been around for years. So I wonder that too. I still do actually. Does it still affect them when someone just gives them what for?
I would imagine it has to a certain extent, because whether you're an artist at this level or at this level, you're still putting your heart into something, and you're putting it out there. And when somebody steps on it, it sticks. Maybe they've got a better handle on it at a certain stage. I don't know if I can ever reach a level of success where I won't rip myself apart every day.
Right.
As good as I think I did something, I'm like, yeah, but you know what? You can still do that better, and it still stinks.
Yeah.
The next day, something stinks.
Right.
I have a 24-hour statute of limitations on how much I like my own work. So, Tuesday at noon, I'm like, that is so awesome. And Wednesday, I come back, I'm like, man,
that is very true.
And,
I totally.
I don't know if you're married or my poor wife, she'll come in from work sometimes, and if I'm in this position, she's like, oh, it's one of those days. I'm like, yeah, just
Oh yeah, I got a quick question. So y'all are both visual artists. You can do a lot of stuff with that. But what drew you to comics in particular? Did you just really like comics, or what happened?
Yeah, pretty much. I remember my grandparents or my aunt would come over, visit, and they always would just stop and bring comics over to the house. So it started with just random books that my family would give me. Oh, we found this at the store, and then Super Friends was on TV when I was a kid, and it just always seemed like since the superheroes and comic books was always just a natural fit.
Yeah, it's the same for me too. Like I grew up watching a lot of animation. Like growing up in the early '80s, Hanna-Barbera ruled Saturday morning. Like you had the Smurfs, you had Scooby-Doo, actually about 20 Space Ghost, like 20 different versions of Scooby-Doo actually. And
more now.
Oh yeah, there's even more now since then. But that actually started me off because I was like, while all of my friends at that age were wanting to buy the merchandise based on these cartoons we saw, I was looking at these cartoons like, how do they get these things to move? I know they're drawings. I was looking more at the technical makeup of the actual animation, even at that age, before I was looking to buy the toys and the merchandise that came along with it. So that kind of led me to comic books. And it wasn't until maybe around the late 80s, and I think it was X-Men number 248, the first issue that Jim Lee ever did. And I saw Jim Lee's artwork, I said, that's what I'm doing. This is it. So that was it for me. Once I saw Jim Lee, I had to do this. And it's been on ever since. So yeah, that's what led me to saying, yeah, I want to make this a career rather than, just a guy who reads and looks at the pretty pictures. Make them. So
Did you draw as a child, or did you get into art later in life?
actually did. Actually, I started off, what led me to draw was graffiti. Because I was, around that time, I was discovering animation and comics. This is when hip-hop was still in its, I wouldn't say its infancy, but just kind of starting to find its legs in mainstream society. So, as we know, one of the elements of hip-hop is graffiti. And I was fortunate enough to have a very close friend of the family as a graffiti artist, like an actual graffiti artist around that time, and he introduced me to what was called the Black Book. The Black Book is the blueprint for graffiti artists before they tag a wall, a train, or any object. The Black Book is what they draw their designs in first. They use that design in the Black Book to make their tags and stuff. So he introduced me to the Black Book, and I was like constantly asking, can I draw in the Black Book? So I started creating my own comic characters and such, drawing in the Black Book. So that's, to answer your question more directly, I've been doing that probably since I was about 5 or 6. So it was mostly like, if it wasn't like someone in school forced me to do it, I was in the Black Book just drawing and stuff. That was my thing. So kind of graduated from that once I saw comic books for the first time. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Forcing you to do in school, you had like art teachers.
Oh yeah, like turkey.
Oh, you're going back to
Oh yeah, like
holiday
that
crafts in like second
Yeah,
grade.
yeah. Cut it out. Yeah, the googly-eyed turkey. That's your hand. Yeah, stuff like that. I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to draw something cool. A hand turkey.
I had the same art teacher from 7th grade through senior year. 6 years I had the same art teacher, and never got 100 in that class. Not that I cared about the 100, but she was I felt like she tried to stifle whatever I wanted to do. If we had to draw, and one of them was funny you mentioned the hand, was one of them was to draw a hand, and it was on a big piece of black paper, we would do it with white chalk.
Right, right.
But I wanted to draw, so I drew a big demon hand, and I used to wear a lot of rings, you know, heavy metal rings and stuff. So I drew this huge demon hand with rings on it. She always had to like knock my work. It's like, look, it's still a hand, and I'm creative. Every time I took it to a, you know, okay, I'm gonna do what you asked to do, and I want to add a spin to it. It was like that was the wrong thing to do. And then, but this senior year, I had a math teacher who would encourage me to draw on the tests. We used to print out the tests on these copy, you know, you had to roll the carbon paper, and, you know. So he would say, hey, do me a favor, draw some stuff in the margins on the test. And then so the class would get the tests with all my drawings on it. And this math teacher encouraged me more than
the art teacher.
Yeah, that's some sick, twisted stuff. Why did you get into this line of work? You should be encouraging me to fly instead of clipping my wings.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was constant.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, but yeah, I ran into the same problem with our teachers. It's like, I don't think I had a single art teacher in school that was like more supportive of the creative process, but more so, okay, this is what the district says we have to do.
Yeah.
And even though they didn't say that verbally to the class, they did with their actions. So it wasn't like, you know, we encourage you to create. I didn't get that until college. Like, legit. Like, I didn't get that until college. Yeah. So it's like, that's where you get, like, the support and the information to move forward in what it is that you want to do, especially with comic books. They didn't really teach us about comic book art in college. Like, that particular college I went to, you had to, like, get all that information outside of school. But if you really wanted it bad enough, you would surround yourself with people who actually knew what you needed to do and could point you in the right direction. Even though, you know, the teachers are supporting you, they can't really support you in something that they don't know or understand. So, yeah, they would at least try to support you the best that they could and be the foundation of what you would need to graduate into graphic novels. So yeah, that's pretty much how it was for me. But yeah, like before college, it was none of that, man. It was just kind of like, yeah, this is what we're gonna do today. Yeah, have fun with that turkey. You know? That was the long and short of it.
Yeah, at least now, you know, networking and finding people that it's so much easier now.
Yeah.
You know, actually, you know, we were talking earlier. I went to school. I lived in New York, and I went to FIT for a few years. There actually was a comic book drawing class. There was the art of comic books, and then there was some cartooning. So I was like, wow, I'm gonna take this and this and this. And
Yeah.
so there were actually specific classes geared right towards that, and
man.
you know, it was pretty helpful.
Yeah, yeah. Like, see, I would have loved to have something like that. I mean, I know they have it more now. It's more common now.
Yeah.
Than it was back then. Back then, it was like, you didn't get no love back then.
At least now, if you can't find a class, you can go and there's 900 YouTube tutorials.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a font of knowledge just on YouTube alone.
Right.
Pros doing stuff and showing you how they do it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I watch them. I think it's amazing.
Me too, yeah. I love Patrick Brown. Is one of my favorite guys to watch. Anybody who's into watching the creative process unfold like right before your eyes, I would suggest Patrick Brown on YouTube. Watch any. He did one piece in particular that I'm a huge fan of. That's based on Scarface, and it's this really cool picture of Tony Montana that he did like in real time at 12, you know, speed time. You know, like from the pencil process to the color, the digital colors. And you see this magnificent piece unfold right before you. It's nothing like it. So like watch something like that. Something that awesome. Him being as awesome as he is as an artist. Man, it's yeah, I would totally suggest Patrick Brown to anybody who's into YouTube tutorials. And he breaks down the creative process as he goes. You're learning, and then you get to see this magnificent piece of art being created right in front of you. So yeah, I love those YouTube tutorials.
Don't read the comments because YouTube is in their heart. A lot of them, the comment section on YouTube is just, it doesn't matter what video it is, just stay away from it.
Yeah, if the artist is smart enough to like disable the comments, then yeah, you don't have anything where you can just watch whatever they got. A lot of times they just disable because they know how.
Yes.
It's bad. Yeah, keyboard warriors. Yeah. And it works.
It's just the worst of humanity on display right there. So, I just tell you, you think that's bad, watch this.
And then, yeah, constantly trying to one up each other. That's bad. But yeah, that's pretty much.
I like to watch a lot of inking ones. Inking is not I ink my own stuff now, mostly because I have to, but I don't love my inks, so I'm constantly, do you have any rough areas of your own that you like?
Yeah, actually that. Like, I hate inking my own stuff. In the beginning, it was really fun, but I guess over the years, it just got to the point where it's just kind of like it's very rough to like go in there after you just drew this one piece. Now you have to draw it again. And I'm just like, all right.
And hit a deadline.
Yeah, you gotta hit the deadline on top of that, and then you have to color it yourself.
Oh, I don't do that. I haven't had to do that, but
I had to. Like,
next time I list of things to learn.
Yeah, I do.
Coloring, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, I had to learn that because I learned that there are a lot of colorists out there who flake on you sometimes. You have to you get to a point where you're just like, okay, do I wait on this person or do I learn how to do it myself so I don't have to wait for someone else to get their stuff together? So that's pretty much where I got into the game as far as coloring goes. It's like I had to learn this, I learned how to ink and do all that, and then I had to learn how to letter comics and all that stuff. So I had to teach myself all across the board because as far as working in independent comics, you have people that you will work with that you'll find that don't follow the same blueprint as far as when you're working for a professional and you have these deadlines and everything. They don't really see those deadlines if you create a deadline in an independent company as solid as a professional because they're like, okay, this isn't a professional company. Maybe I can just do whatever it is, screw that deadline. Or there's some that don't even give you a deadline and just say, okay, hey, do it. You're like, okay, when's this done? When do we have to have this done for a print? I mean, it has to go out at some point. So, yeah, and they won't give you the info. So it depends on, like, the level of professionalism when it comes to the company you work for as far as independent comics go. So you have to make sure that the people that you work for are professional enough to at least give you a deadline to know when your stuff is like supposed to be ready and the people that you're working with are actually reliable people. So if not, then you'll be in that boat where you have to learn all that stuff yourself so you don't have to worry too much about, how is this going to get done. I can just go downstairs to the studio and do it myself. Call it easy.
Should really do that. Yeah, learn the whole process and do it all myself.
Yeah, man, like it's very time consuming, but ultimately in the end it is very worth it.
And if it's your project, nobody's gonna care about it as much as you do.
Right.
And you want them to come on, dig in and
Yeah, like you can't you can't force somebody to be motivated.
Right.
Like, I guess you could if you have like those abilities, but you're gonna find out that's just as much work as doing the actual comic itself is trying to motivate somebody else who can't get it together enough to, get their own portion of this project started. So you really gotta ask yourself at that point, is it really worth it to work with that person, or more of a payoff to learn how to do what this person is doing, so you don't have to rely on them, and it's gonna break your heart every time.
I mean, not that it's all horrible. I mean, there are good. I've been fortunate enough to meet people that I want to work with, and they're good, and I can count on them.
Oh yeah.
It's a gamble, and I've lost a few times, but
Yeah, I'm not by any means saying that they don't exist.
Right.
I'm just saying that you might run into that and just handle it accordingly, I guess, when you do.
But that's even something that in the pros, like, I won't name names, but there was a project I worked on that was constantly getting held up because right out of the gate, the scripts were late. So that's the first thing, and they were always late. And now I feel I'm under the gun. I have to rush things out now. So and then you're rushing. You're not doing the quality for me at least. Drawing fast, it means drawing not as good.
Right.
And I don't like putting out stuff that I think is garbage.
Yeah.
I never think it's garbage.
Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, like if you're rushing, you're always gonna have that in the back of your mind that you're not doing your best.
But then you don't want to be the guy holding up the next guy online. So you.
Right. So yeah, I totally get that.
Man, but sometimes like 5 or 6 people are on the team, but when the first guy is already held up the worst, and it's consistently late every month, you're like, wow, come on, why can we not?
Yeah, and you're working on a deadline, and it's just like,
Can we at least just push back the release date so that now we're all on time every month?
Right. I mean, it's just something, man. I truly get that, man. It sucks, man. I've been in that coach for a time.
But you don't want to be the squeaky wheel, so you keep your mouth shut.
Right.
As many times I wanted to fire off angry emails, it's so-and-so, and blah, blah, blah. I wouldn't have. That's the quickest way to never get hired again.
Right.
So just be quiet.
Yeah. So you gotta you gotta. Well, actually, I think it comes down to knowing when to make your voice.
Yeah.
There's been times where I've been quiet and I'm just like, I've been quiet for 6 years. Something's got to give. Yeah, like working, I'm playing the company's game, but yeah, I worked a company line for 6 years, and it was just a whole bunch of nothing. Like nothing. Like towards the end, like absolutely nothing to show for our efforts for the past 6 years at that particular point. Yeah, so I was just like, somebody's got to say something. And it went down, and I had to remove myself from. Really? Yeah, I had to remove myself from that particular company and cut my ties. Said, okay, I want to move forward, then I have to do this in order to get to the next level. So
I haven't gotten to that point where I had to do it yet. I'm still a very small fish in a huge ocean, and I don't want to be. I'll suck it up for a while.
Right.
Not that I'm planning on going off in the future, but I can't. I won't get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, I totally.
I'm already waiting because that follows you. You can, he needs deadlines, but he's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You don't want that either.
Yeah, and it's just like it's that internal struggle.
Yeah.
Should I say something or shouldn't I, for the sake of wanting to work and eat and survive?
So you wind up with the black crayon.
Yeah. Drawing that strings, man.
Put that up in your angst gallery. Just hang it right there.
Exactly, man. It's horrible.
You need to sell those at conventions.
What? Oh, the angst
Sell the
rings?
grapes.
This is my ring.
Hey.
Right. Sell it my ring.
You know what? I've been in dentist's office with stuff that looks like that on the walls.
Right.
Yeah. This is from the Ron Joseph Angst Gallery.
Yeah, the series of angst,
I'm gonna try it now.
yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta do like a big canvas.
Right now, somebody's already printing up T-shirts. They're outside.
Yeah, somebody was on that back row, they just kind of crept out. Those T-shirts are going to be on sale tomorrow.
It's like the Forrest Gump thing, with the bumper stickers and the team have a nice day. It's like, oh,
Yep, it happens.
they're already printing them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna people at my table tomorrow. Oh, what is this? I'm like, where'd you get the T-shirt? Oh, a guy down there was selling it.
No, they're going to come up and ask you to sign it.
You know what? Actually, I don't know. I know you have an online gallery. You put your artwork up on.
No, I haven't.
I was going through Facebook one. This is somebody taking your idea. I was on Facebook. I was going through my news feed, and I saw a T-shirt. I was like, oh, Heather. And then I looked at it again. I'm like, that's mine.
Good afternoon, Soda City Comic Con. Just a reminder, we do have Michael Rooker in a panel today at 4 p.m. in the main ballroom upstairs. In addition, at this moment, we have Michael Rooker, Kevin Conroy, Adrian Barbio, Seth Gilliam, John Glover, Susan Eisenberg, Alejandro Reynoso, all signing autographs and potentially taking selfies up in the celebrity room on the first floor. Again, that is Michael Rooker, Kevin Conroy, Adrian Barbio, Seth Gilliam, John Glover, Susan Eisenberg, and Alejandro Reynoso signing autographs. And Michael Rooker's panel will be at 4 p.m. upstairs. Thank you, and hope you're enjoying Soda City.
No, thank you.
Just in case you didn't get the brochure.
The voice of God is totally trying to find Michael Rooker.
That's getting the hell out of me.
Yeah,
Oh my God. I thought it was me at first. I'm like, no, it's not even.
yeah.
Why do I sound like a woman?
Yeah.
Do I really sound like that?
I got one question real quick. I know this is kind of going away from the business side of it, you both said back to sort of influences or preference that you were influenced by superhero comics and Justice Friends, all that stuff. Do you have any opinion, or have you ever looked seriously at any of the alternative comics of like Art Crumb in his era, Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers, anything like that?
Yeah. I'm a huge Art Crumb. Ralph Bakshi.
Yeah.
He's a huge influence on my work. I know that he was like in that kind of little weird group of artists with Art Crumb and all those guys. Like a lot of Bakshi's stuff is a very heavy influence, and I love Art Crumb stuff. Just like those are like two of my big influences outside of mainstream comic press. So yeah, those two are like staples in my gallery of influences. Even to this day, like I'll look at, like even not even just Bakshi's movies, but just watching or looking at his design work. I always loved his design work more than his movies actually. So he's a heck of an artist. Another influence outside of comics is Alex Toth.
That's what your Hanna-Barbera greatness.
Oh yeah. Alex Toth, for those who don't know, was the guy who designed like all the old school Johnny Quest, the original Space Ghost stuff, Galaxy Trio, all that Hanna-Barbera stuff from the 60s that wasn't straight up Huckleberry Hound and all that stuff. All the adventure-driven Hanna-Barbera shows, that was Alex Toth. Like, he made that happen. He was the closest thing that animation had to Jack Kirby. What Jack Kirby was to comics, Alex Toth was to animation at that time. Because their styles were so similar. And it's just like if you were to watch an Alex Toth production, it's like Jack Kirby's drawings just walked right off the page. That's why he worked so well on the Fantastic Four. Like Hanna-Barbera had a Fantastic Four cartoon in the 60s. And all of that was influenced by Kirby. But Toth, his stuff looked so much like they were so similar that it was like a perfect marriage. So yeah, that would be another one of my influences.
His designs are timeless too. Like they still look great now. Like if somebody were just like Herculoids and Minotaur.
Oh man,
it was another one.
Herculoids and Minotaur.
Thundar? Was that another one?
Thundar, I think yeah, he did Thundar. The Impossibles. Did he do the Impossibles?
I think that was my whole childhood.
Oh man, yeah. Galaxy Trio. Yeah, I love that.
Give me a shot, I gotta find a DVD set.
Oh man, no. I got like the design books, like the design works in my library, like the hardcover books with like all the designs from the 60s shows. I just sit there and just look at them. Yeah, I just pull them off the shelf and just it's like, man, this dude's a beast.
So wait a second. I came to your house a few times.
Oh,
And I have yet to see this book.
It's the white book that's on my shelf It's got the World of Warcraft figures on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, where the Vampire Hunter D design book is.
That's right.
The fourth shelf down, there's a white book about that tall, that wide, about that thick, with nothing but those designs. I feel the hurt, man.
That's the directions that I get from Siri.
Oh, I know exactly where it is. That's how often I look at it. I go right to that book, man, for inspiration. Yeah, man, that's amazing to see that stuff too. That catalog is just changes. Yeah.
It took me a long time to get away from the mainstream superhero stuff. And I was late to the party on a lot of stuff. And but once I started to veer out, I used to collect all the Art of Dragonlance books and the Dungeons and Dragons. I used to the fantasy painting and Greg Parkinson and those guys. And then Frazetta and Bernie Wrightson.
Ooh, yeah, especially
I don't think I had ever read any Bernie Wrightson or realized that I had until later on in life. And then I was like, what have I done? I've been missing this. And then I went and just started to collect whatever I could. I think he's brilliant.
Yeah.
And actually, Bill Watterson, Calvin and Hobbes, that is one of my all-time favorite non-mainstream comic book forms. I mean, I think he's brilliant. Like Frazetta, brilliant in his own way.
If you ever get a chance to visit Columbus, Ohio, on OSU's campus, they have the Cartoon Museum and Comic Book Library. If you go up to the museum portion, they have like some of the old, like on display, some of the actual comic strips, like the inks, like the actual strips themselves from the artist's desk. And they have a whole bunch of Calvin and Hobbes.
They visited that in the Dear Mr. Watterson documentary.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, this is familiar. I know.
Yeah.
Yes, they went there.
If you look on the wall, there's a giant Calvin and Hobbes,
Yes.
just Hobbes chasing him, or pulling him in a wagon or something on the wall, like going straight down.
But this documentary, the guy that made this documentary went there, and they sit you down and sign this out. And he sat there, and you can just looking through the book, all the old cartoon art, and like I would go to what's in there.
Yeah, I go there once a month. I go up. That's where I work on my cartoons, like doing the layouts and stuff for them. I go there once a month, man. They just let me come in and do whatever. Like,
Right.
they know me by name now, so they're just like, oh, did you need anything? So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool to have that relationship with them. It's amazing, but yeah, it's fun, man. But if you ever get up there, then check out that Calvin.
I would love to. That would be consideration. I believe.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
You got me out now. Little about it.
Yeah.
Like the big white book that you have. I didn't know until today.
Hey, would you be able to give me very particular directions from my house to that place? You did great.
I think I can do pretty good.
So how many of you are artists that have your artwork? I know you do. And anybody else that is looking to draw or do their own comedy or anything like that? There's reasons why I asked that.
You're smiling. All right.
Yeah, you want to
Okay.
She's the artist.
Really? Now you're so in trouble.
The facial expression that said it all. There's a reason why I asked that. Corey knows why.
Oh, yeah.
Because I met an indie artist today, like when I first got here, and she came by and was it her dad, right?
Yeah.
He had this big brown envelope. He pulled out her artwork and all. Oh my gosh, that's really good. She's like 18 years old. So, and she wasn't selling it, like at all. But I actually kind of like coerced her into selling it. So I gave her $25 for it. So that's, and like I was saying earlier, like with my podcast and everything, I do promote indie artists. Corey was one of the first artists that I actually had on the show, like one of my very first episodes. And that's how we coming by his house, and that's how I know about that big Dragon Ball Z shelf figure. But we had a good time. We became very, very cool ever since. So I know this past Sunday, I had Eric and Julia Lee Walker. They are known to be the writers and showrunners for X-Men animated series. And that's the second time they've been on the show. Very, very cool people. They did Exo Squad, RoboCop, they did Skeleton Warriors. They did some work with Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Dark Lake Duck, Beetlejuice. Actually did, I think they did the last season, so beetlejuice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. So that humor and all that, their writing and how they was able to put some of the Marvel characters in X-Men animated series in a slick way without saying their names. Yeah, they kind of talked about that too. Yeah. What's funny about that is there wasn't a couple in the beginning. They were both working together, and then it just kind of like, being up together and they're married now. So they actually, so they actually got a show right now on Netflix. They're working on Robozuna or something like that. So so they actually working on that too. I met Terry McGovern. He does the voice of Lunchpad McQuack. Very, very, very cool guy. Cynthia Krantz, very good friend of mine. She does Chi-Chi, Dragon Ball, and Botan for you.
And now she's voicing one of my cartoons.
Yeah.
So yes, that's gonna be pretty awesome. Yeah, that's gonna be fun to work with.
Yeah. So I visit all conventions all the time. And one of the key things on my podcast is a team of us. It's not just me. We promote indie artists. Love to have them on the show to kind of like promote their stuff. And even if you're shy about it, we still would love to promote it because we actually have a group page on Facebook called Orange Phoenix Geek Corner, and I always approve my members. Come in. If you want to promote your work, if you want to sell your artwork, feel free to do so. We are very supportive of other people's businesses too, not just ours. So if you want to promote your stuff, go ahead and do it. Instagram, Orange Phoenix 2017. Give us a follow. Usually we do podcasts every week. I know NSC Takeover is tonight, SummerSlam is tomorrow, so we'll probably do a show on both of those. And just like you, I heard you earlier say, if you have some, I would love to take pictures of it and pictures of your artwork too, if you have it. And so if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask. I know I'm the improv too much.
Sorry.
No, you know what? That's great. We're down, man.
Yeah.
So there you go.
What did you say the name of your podcast was?
It's called Orange Phoenix. So orange like color and Phoenix like dark Phoenix.
Okay.
But you can put it together. So it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Podbean, and the audio is OPD going on YouTube. But most people have Spotify and Apple and iHeartRadio. So.
And then Instagram had 2017 after, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Thank you.
So what are you working on, right? Tell the people
What am I working on right now? Right now I'm doing a series of covers for 16th century witch hunting horror book for a Canadian publisher. I'll tell you what, things have been very, very slow and they dried up. And I've worked with this guy before, and it was one of those Hail Mary emails I sent out. I'm like, I need to get some work, and I got to do something. I sent them this, hey, what's going on? He's got this huge project he's doing. He was a screenwriter. This was originally his screenplay. He wanted to make a movie out of it. But I guess that's not happening, so he decided to make a tremendous, when I say tremendous graphic novel, he said he's got like 800 pages to this thing. Slightly eccentric, but he pays me, so I don't care. That's quite a read. So he's got a whole bunch of different artists that he uses, but I just sent him this email like, hey, I got things are a little bit slow. You got anything going on? You blah blah blah, or, And he was like, oh hey, and he sent me 6 chapters, books here. I need covers for all these, and then he's like, gonna get a few more when you know it. So, it was things were getting a little scary.
That was my thought.
Yeah,
just now.
This an occasional commission here and there. It's just, I don't know. Last year I couldn't get a break, and then everything just kind of. Man, this is killing me. My wife was just like, it's fine, it's cyclical, this will happen. And there's always been slow and, But I guess you get your own mental clock on when the slow should stop. And it didn't stop when I thought it should have, but now what am I going to do?
Right.
I'm not eating ramen every day. Not that I don't like ramen, actually.
Oh yeah, I'll be rich and eat packs around. I don't care how rich I ever get. That's never.
Ramen is brilliant. It really, really
Ramen
is.
is life.
We are not sponsored by ramen.
We should be after this.
If they came in with cases of ramen, I'd be like, hey,
Yeah, just put them up. Yeah, just put them over there.
chicken and beef, those are my flavors. Or creamy chicken. I haven't got nerve up to try shrimp yet.
Shrimp and beef are my
Shrimp good.
Shrimp is good.
Seems like something I shouldn't be paying 22 cents for. Seafood, fish, and
Well, no,
22 cents.
You don't get like the actual shrimp.
No, I know.
You get the
But
flavor.
still.
I mean, I'll pay 20 cents for that.
I mean, they sell clams at White Castle. I haven't brought myself to the pie. Like, you know, I love clams. I love White Castle, but I don't know if I need to buy clams from White Castle.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think when this with the ramen though, is like they just found a way to duplicate the flavor, and they still hadn't mastered it.
Right.
It's just like whatever the flavor is plus this much salt. Oh man,
That's like the salt equivalent of pixie sticks.
oh man, just eat the pack. That's high blood pressure right there. But yeah, I got I've been working on 2 projects as of late the last few years. Shadow Club Karma is one of them, and it's a horror comic about Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, all those guys building an army to save the world. And we are in the process of turning it into an animated series. We're going to have the first of the animated features drop at midnight on Halloween, and it's called Dracula: A Season in Hell. And it gives you kind of like the origins of Dracula's birth, or at least this version of Dracula. But yeah, the comic is out now. I think they still have some issues over at Heroes of Dragons, Scratch and Spin. Cosmic Rays, I know has some still. Check it out there. And then there's Jet Boy, which is the other property that I'm doing, and that one's going out of control right now. Like I'm just so thankful for the amount of support that project's been receiving so far. And we're on. We got 4 issues out now, and it's all here at the show, of course. If you're familiar with the Gorillas at all, their lead animator, Mike Sofo, is my co-director of the animated version, and we're in talks right now with Netflix as far as giving the animated series to the world. So that's been my life for the past 5 years, is these 2 projects. And we've developed a production company where we can create our own content and release it online under the RBS network banner. So basically it's a network that we have that you can actually watch shows on, but it'll be streamed through my website, and it'll be all creator-owned content. So I got myself and Golden Flute Productions partnered up. My buddy Joe Walker out of Michigan. We're developing content for it, cartoons, music programs. There's wrestling involved. There's a whole lot of things that are rooted in geek culture that is the driving force behind this network. So that's just another thing to keep me busy when I'm not drawing and writing scripts and everything. So, and plus we're going to be producing more comics as well. So there's a Jet Boy spinoff coming up, and there's Blood Bank Inc. is coming up, which is about dark agency and vampire hunters and everything. So that's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very fun to do that, because that's been in development for like 12 years and we finally got off the ground. So yeah, yeah, stop by the table and you can see all that stuff. I'm at 846 if you hadn't been by already. And check out some of that content. We have it all here. And the website is rockbottomstudios.com. That's Rock Bottom Studios without the K. So it's just straight up ROC Bottom Studio. And on there you'll be able to like purchase the stuff and get a sneak peek at the network and everything, and just pretty much go from there. And you'll find all the latest information on what we have going on from that point if you check out the site. And the Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff is attached to the site, so you can find all my social media on the website. So that's me. And you've already given them the info.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And I might be at Dragon Con at the end of the month. They kind of snuck up on me, actually.
It did, man. I'm actually going. I'm trying to get some space down there and give the world some new stuff. So I won't just be there staggering around drunk at the party.
Well, speaking of that. Well, when I went, I was at Raleigh Supercon, but they renamed it Galaxy Con.
Galaxy Con.
Yeah, guys.
You was there, right?
Yeah. You're right.
Okay. It was familiar faces. I know some faces. So I was there like the whole entire weekend. I just got back from South America, and 2 days later I tried to pack my stuff and get ready to drive up there. Got there Thursday, and I want to say it was a culture shock, different from the other conventions because this convention had mini bars all over the place. And I was like, well, that's Jack and Coke right there. Jack and Coke over here, and there's vodka right there, and
I missed it.
yeah. So after Cynthia was finished with her panel and everything, she said they had a VIP dance party type thing. So some of the actors, voice actors was in there, some of the cosplay wrestlers was in there, and they had the mini bar and stuff. So met up with some old friends that was there, and Cynthia left. So I was in there, and there was Aaron Madden, her boyfriend was there. He dressed up as I forgot the guy's name, but does Gangnam Style, like.
Was it Side?
I think his name is Side.
Side,
Yeah. With the glasses and the suit. You know
Yeah.
that? So they had this big circle, and everybody was like dancing in the middle of the floor. And so Side, the guy who was cosplaying Side, he was dancing, right? And then he tagged himself out, and he tagged my hand. And I'm in the middle of the floor, so, and I was like, screw it. So I just went in, but Corey knows me, so I'm not a shy person at all. You can't really the position I'm in. But what's funny about that is that I was in Colombia, and we had an air show there, and there's a YouTube video of me salsa dancing on the F-16. and so when the Thunderbirds was flying in the air, like those of you know me not know what Thunderbirds are, there's like F-16 that red, white, and blue, y'all see the air shows and stuff like that. So it's like 80,000 people. And they were not looking at the Thunderbirds flying. They was everybody was turned around this way, looking at me and everybody else on the F-16 dancing. And then the following week, the Colombians come up like, hey, you're Hamon. You don't want that. You the dancer on the jet. Like, here, let me show you. And he shows me the phone, and I'm like, oh crap, it's on YouTube. I said, all right.
Did you get comments?
Yeah, I did. They were all in Spanish, but I got more thumbs up. I said, I would have saw like 2 thumbs down. I'm like, all right, I'm doing good. I'm in the positives. My KD is pretty good.
Right. I love it, man.
But I had fun at Galaxy Con, man. I mean, that, like I said, that's the first con they had. Like, it was kids and adult oriented. It was a good, healthy mix. The actors that were there, they were very approachable, and more than likely you're gonna see them at the bar, which connected to the hotel, which connected to the convention. You're gonna see them just sitting at the bar and just drinking with their fans and just talking to them or whatever. Nobody was like out of character or anything like that. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I had time in my life. Yeah, I know you did. So
you're gonna wrap this up?
yeah, you got Michael Rooker. So
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
right
Like
now.
I said, if those of you who were going to see Michael Rooker, you're 5 minutes late. He may have said screw it and left.
You want to hear the loudspeaker again, like, hey, you guys in this panel here, y'all gonna see Michael Rooker right
If you are done in there, get over there to see Michael.
Thank you for sitting in and listening to my stupidity and good stories. I don't know how much I really
But yeah, I guess if we were to leave with any advice, I'd just say keep doing it. As far as indie comics go, there's a huge following. the only way we're going to keep that tradition alive is if we keep creating and keep going forward. And that's pretty much the name of the game. Don't give up so easy. Don't let it discourage you. And just keep creating content that the people need. This is where the ideas come from. And the mainstream is forcing so many different things on us. And it's really killing the content of mainstream stuff. So I'd say you have more of a voice to speak with in the independent market. So just use your voice, and use your creativity, and keep doing it. All that good stuff. All right?
I need that.
Cut the chit chat and log on. We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse. Yep, we are the nerds. We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse. We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse. We are the nerds. We are the nerds of the apocalypse. If it don't confuse the podcast.